Hello Virgo, welcome to 7-Star Tarot. This is your July general reading. As you may know, a tarot reading is a holographic map of a particular portion of the universe at any given time. If this is not an accurate representation of your universe at the moment, then please check out your other placements. But if you have Virgo anywhere in your chart, or you are dealing with a Virgo, this message may have something in it for you. So, we are using the Tarot of Mystical Moments here. And we've had a spread come out already. So we have the Page of Cups in the reverse on the top row, Three of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So, here the Page of Cups is kind of, I almost see this one, the little fish peeking out the cup is kind of quite enamored with the woman. And the woman is kind of like vaguely amused by the sort of how excited the fish is to see her. So this is sort of about like connection, emotional kind of connection. It's also about sort of energy, emotional energy, sort of enthusiasm, and creativity to a degree. In the reverse, in the reverse, it could be like emotional distance, feeling emotionally distant from someone, or just generally feeling emotionally distant from the world. We have the Three of Pentacles, which is about collaboration. It's also about recognition for a good job done. We have the King of Cups, the female King of Cups, which is a lovely card. The female King of Cups is able to withstand a storm of emotions. You see the seas are very stormy here. She's able to let the ships pass through. Her kind of like, she's like the cliff or she's a cliff there, cliffside, which is the waves crash against but make no impact upon. The waves being the emotions. So very strong, very stable in the face of a sea of turbulent and heavy emotions. The octopus for the head is kind of symbol of her ability to reach out and to help people who are struggling in the sea, these ships that are flailing in these emotions. It could be other people. So there is a deep ability to help and assist others with strong emotions and a desire to help as well, with the fact that she's cradling the ship there in her hand. And the fact that it's the female, I like the female kings in this deck. I sort of keep the male kings in the box, actually, because I like the female kings. I like to see the sort of combination of the feminine and the masculine energy at work. But she's a very strong king here, very strong emotionally. So despite the distance, the emotional distance, maybe is this a King of Cups who ordinarily would be able, had to withstand a large onslaught of emotions. Maybe your life's been quite emotional recently. You've had to deal with lots of emotions. You've still had to continue to keep progressing and working. But felt like you'd had to emotionally distance yourself from people or places or particular situations. We will clarify. And then we had a lot of cards I know come out in the pre-shuffle, but sometimes it just happens that way. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. A girl working on a butterfly, or painting beautiful butterfly wings. But in the reverse, it's about like a lack of patience, a lack of diligence, a lack of desire to kind of put the work in. Can be impatience as well, wanting the result quicker than what is being attained. Creativity takes time, and often it takes more time than we think it will, and it takes this sort of diligence. But the result is obviously very beautiful. The Ace of Pentacles come out in the reverse, so again, like a lack of ability or desire to kind of put the work in, taking actions that are not necessarily like sustainable. Obviously in the upright, it's sort of like sustainability, long-term growth, reaping what you sow in the material realm. So yes, in the upright, maybe a lack of ability to plan or a lack of sort of practical thinking. And the Queen of Wands, which is to achieve like a recognition. She's quite charismatic. She's very creative. So this is a thing about creativity. And so if this is about you, this is saying that something has caused you to want to produce a result, but find it difficult to put the energy and time and effort in, maybe because of a lack of kind of emotional fulfillment. In order to be able to kind of achieve this creative blossoming. But I'm going to go the other way, where this is somebody else's energy. Maybe were you dealing with someone who you've had to emotionally distance yourself from? You've had to kind of continue on your own, because notice she's like working with her parrots here. She's not working with other people. You had to kind of continue on with the support from your spirit guides, those maybe who are unseen helpers in managing your emotions. Okay, so you didn't really have anybody's help in producing this, what you're doing here. You didn't have this person's help because they were impatient for results. They didn't want to put the work in. They didn't make plans for the future, but still they wanted to have all of the praise and the independence and the charisma that sort of like comes from being a Queen of Wands. And then we have the Magician, which obviously is about manifesting, harnessing the inner creative power. Yeah, so they're both lines about harnessing one's creativity. For you, Virgo, it's quite an emotional Virgo maybe talking to. You may have some Cancer or other water placements in your chart. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, possibly. Yes, harnessing one's emotions to like produce a result, even in the face of having to sort of remain emotionally distant. Let's clarify, because it could go quite a few ways, couldn't it, this story? So, Page of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands. What's the relation between the Page of Cups and the Queen of Wands? The Devil in the reverse. Having to emotionally distance oneself. Queen of Wands in the upright. To be independent. to retain a sense of independence, away from the devil, away from addictions and bondage, feeling of being tied to somebody else, maybe toxic emotions, moving away from toxic emotions and handling your own emotions by detaching. Seven of Cups, confusion, not being drawn in to these toxic emotions. Freeing yourself from being drawn into toxic emotions and becoming independent. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, this is very much about independent withdrawal and independence from toxicity. Okay. So yes, you certainly had to withdraw yourself. Nine of Swords in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Freeing yourself, wasn't it, from quite maybe a set of painful emotions that this other person maybe put you through. Okay, what about Three of Pentacles? Interesting. We have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse again. What else about the Three of Pentacles? Producing results, but then why is the Eight of Pentacles there with that then? Two of Swords. Ten of Cups in the reverse. Okay. Having to go away, work yourself when, somebody didn't put the work in. Somebody didn't want to put the work in. Two of Swords. Someone couldn't make a decision. Leading to Ten of Cups in the reverse, lack of happiness. Yeah, sort of being in two minds or unable to make a decision. Yeah, I think this person was obviously quite indecisive, and you had to kind of go away and work on things yourself. King of Cups. Why is the King of Cups here, please? Knight of Pentacles. Yes, to go and methodically transform yourself and how you display your emotions. Having to remain stable and transform how you approach the situation and how you worked with your own emotions to then be able to manifest things. So I think there's been quite a difficult emotional journey tied up with this other person and maybe how they've not contributed to you and to your relationship. What's going on with this other person then? Why the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse with this other person? Seven of Cups, okay, so they had too many options. They didn't want to put the work into you. Anything else with the Eight of Cups? The Magician. Okay, why is the Magician there with the Seven of Cups? The Hierophant. So they didn't want to put the work in, they were impatient. Seven of Cups, lots of options. The Magician thinking they were manifesting something, but what they were actually manifesting was the Hierophant in reverse, which is a lack of... It's either a breakup of a relationship or it's a not following the traditional way. So maybe they were trying to... I don't know, what were they trying to do, this person? There's confusion here, and you don't really want confusion when you're trying to manifest something. Confusion over what they're manifesting. not wanting to put in the work. Yes, okay, leading to like a divorce, basically. Ace of Pentacles, why is that in the reverse, please? Two of Swords again. Having to maintain an appearance. Ten of Wands. Burdens. Eight of Wands. Communication. They didn't want to put the work in. They weren't able to put the work in. Again, Two of Wands, indecisive. Feeling very burdened by everything. I think this person didn't communicate. They stayed quiet and they stayed almost blind to the situation. Finding it too difficult to contribute to this situation. Being confused about what they wanted. Yeah, being confused about what they wanted to create. And not putting the work in to create a stable commitment. So this person wasn't able to commit. They felt like it was too difficult. They felt like communicating with you was too challenging, and therefore they couldn't grow anything. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, they couldn't give. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, they're trying to maybe they were trying to build up their pentacle, but they could only focus on one thing at once. Maybe this person found it difficult to focus on what was important. Or maybe they did focus on what was important and that wasn't a relationship at that particular time. So why is the Queen of Wands there? Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. Interesting. Why is the Queen of Pentacles there? So they had this idea that they would become stable at some point in the future. They would become stable. What else about the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands with this person? Even though they found it too difficult to communicate and to grow a relationship, they still wanted to be so they wanted to be independent. They wanted to bring their creative side out, but that was not they didn't feel that the way to do that was to contribute to building a relationship with you. But they thought at some point in the future that they would be, oh dear, they would be abundant. The Magician again. They would be able to manifest. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, coming out of the cold. And the Empress. So this person thought that at some point in the future, if they focused on being independent and they focused on their own creativity, that they would be able to manifest coming back to the Empress, which I think probably is yourself. So you both have the Magician coming up in your energy. It seems like this person kind of went about things sort of the wrong way, though, really. So this is what this person thought would happen. For yourself, you had to withdraw from this energy. Rely on your spirit guides. Stop giving to it, to the relationship, realizing that it wasn't making you happy. Dealing with these heavy emotions and starting to make a plan for how to move forwards and how to essentially end this connection and these memories, these bad memories of this thing not working out. So if this person kind of wanted to do it to them, it's sort of like since they were putting it off to the future, basically. They were going about things kind of the wrong way, in a way that wouldn't produce the result. They're kind of going in one direction to go the opposite direction. So you're now in the magician energy, starting to manifest something new. And what is this person now doing? So we've got King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Well, that's definitely a matched pair. So this person does want to manifest a connection. Maybe they are coming to, or maybe this is representing the two energies within themselves, that they are coming to a point of kind of manifesting the opposing energies, you know, the male creative energy and the female creative energy, getting to a point of balance. Why are the King and Queen of Pentacles here for this person? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Swords in the reverse is cutting off anyone that Queen of Swords in the reverse can be quite vicious, actually. Can be quite petty at times. Quite petty. And then the Ace of Wands. And the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Not working on something. It's almost like they thought that being quite vindictive would get them to what they want, would get them to what they wanted without having to work on it. It's like they thought, if I can just act cold and detached, then I can get what I want without having to work on it, and I can just have this nice relationship sort of landing in my lap. I mean, it's kind of the King and the Queen of Pentacles just popping out here. It's sort of like, and the Magician. Like this person just wants everything to like fall into place. They have this idea about how things should be. But again, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, they have the desire there, the Ace of Wands. You know, it's almost like the divine kind of said, look, this is, here, you can have what you want. You know, you can have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, but But then they approach it by the Queen of Swords in reverse, being quite like nasty and vindictive and, you know, yeah, quite like cutting basically. And also not working on it. Eight of Pentacles, not giving it the due diligence that it deserves. So this person's energy is extremely confusing, and this is why you've seen in the past that, okay, this is a toxic situation. I need to free myself from it. I need to detach myself emotionally. I need to, be the Queen of Wands. Focus on my own independence, the Nine of Pentacles. Build my own independence up. Stop working on things that put me in two minds about whether or not this is my happiness, in this confusing energy. Start to move gradually through the emotions, the difficult emotions that are involved with the transformation and the death of oneself, of a relationship, but the transformation of oneself. And coming to a point where you're the magician in the future, and this person wanted to. They had the manifestation sort of skills and tools and desire, but then they went about it in the wrong way. I know this is a really long reading, but I really want to know why did this person always go about things in the wrong way? Why are they so conflicting in their energy? Why is this person so conflicting in their energy? Seven of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. The Moon in reverse underlying and the Devil. Seven of Pentacles is growing your abundance. Queen of Swords is looking out to the future. Moon in reverse is the things that are unconscious coming to light. And the Devil. Okay, so there's two parts to this person basically. There's their higher self and their lower self. Their higher self wants to work on things and wants to look to the future and see things clearly. And I think this person maybe did at some point have some moments of clarity, but then underneath it is this toxic behaviors, selfish behaviors, and they come out of the unconscious. They emerge from the unconscious. And I think it's sort of like the laziness and the lack of desire to work on something and the vindictive nature sort of just crowds out their desire. It's like this person's almost got two sides to their personality. Very confused energy, very confused. Constantly throughout this reading. It's one energy then another, one then the other. Yours is very consistent as a progression and as a response to the situation and emotionality and a future orientation. Very much like stepping forward. You see how all these cards, the King of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, even the Death, all facing in the same direction. And the Magician, you see? They're all facing in the same direction. And they're all going to the future. And it's a gradual process of self-liberation. And this person just seems trapped between their higher self and their lower self. So, can we have a card for Virgo in their very logical, gradual continuation of their transformational journey? So we had Treasure Island in the reverse and by the book. So let's read from the books. I like doing it by the book. Treasure Island in the reverse. So poverty consciousness and a sense of not enough cast a shadow on your path. These ideas and core beliefs come with a high cost. Do you really want to proclaim yourself a victim of disappointment and failed expectations? I think this is for this person, you know. Are you avoiding success because you will grow so tall that others will want to cut you down? Or is it possible that you're caught in a fear that you will lose what you've acquired, so you hold on so tight that you miss the opportunities to expand? Yeah, holding on so tight that they miss the opportunities. Getting confused. You are challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in a prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance waiting for you to claim it. That applies to us all, but I think this does apply to this particular person. They had the treasure island in their hands and they blew it. The King and the Queen of Pentacles came out together there and they just blew the whole thing because they were holding too tight. And their lower self just kept pulling them down. They were not able to jump into this higher self version, which is the Queen of Swords in the upright, you know, looking to the horizon, using the mind and the intellect for the benefit of herself and for everyone around. So we have then By the Book for Yourself, which is, about just doing things the way that they're supposed to be done, really. And also, being led, very much progression again with the different sort of ages of elephants, just following one after the other, like we saw the progression at the end here. So the universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. Getting along with others entails understanding and respecting who they have become as a result of their environment, culture, and experience. Find the middle ground that allows the relationship to flourish while honoring the individuality of the other person. Play things by the book instead of trying to break the rules or pressure others to conform to the way you want to do them. Your connection will deepen as a result. Okay, so it's partly about the death is about letting go of what is gone before and not kind of trying to, put somebody else into a set structure. But I think very much focus on your own transformation, on the stability of your own emotions, on the gradual progression, and of course on manifesting the things you want. So I hope this has been helpful for you, Virgo, and I will see you later. Bye.